Number 11 is the brachiocephalic vein. When they meet, they form the precava. Number 12 is the superior vena cava. Number 7 is the subclavian vein. As you move laterally, it turns into the axillary vein. Following the axillary vein, it turns into the brachial vein listed as number 10, which then goes down and it splits to the radial and the ulnar vein. This is the external jugular vein. As it travels anteriorly on the medial side, it meets with the internal jugular vein. The inferior vena cava returns blood from everything below the diaphragm. The renal arteries leave the kidney and join at the inferior vena cava. The common iliac veins unite to form the inferior vena cava. As the external iliac vein enters the thigh, it receives the deep femoral vein, which strains the thigh and external genitalia. The aorta has two large vessels coming off of it, the brachiocephalic on the right and the left subclavian artery on the left. The brachiocephalic artery has three major branches, the right subclavian artery, and then the right common carotid and the left common carotid artery. When the subclavian artery passes in front of the first rib, it is now the axillary artery right here. When the axillary artery enters the arm, it turns into the brachial artery. The brachial artery then branches off to produce the radial and ulnar arteries. The celiac trunk comes from the descending thoracic aorta. It supplies the stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, and spleen. The superior mesenteric artery is posterior to the celiac trunk and supplies the small intestine and most of the large intestine. The femoral artery comes from the external iliac artery.